Everybody, every master, every spiritual person claims what they are teaching is the true knowledge. How to find out what we are hearing is the true knowledge? There should be a scale for Satya. There should be a scale for truth. What is truth? There should be definition. There should be clear idea with which we can find out whether it is truth or not. Mahavira is giving the touchstone definition of Satya here. Today we are going to enter into the Satya Sutra. He is giving the techniques, methods to find out what you are listening is a true knowledge or not. Through these beautiful sutras, before entering into the Mahavira Sutras, I wanted to discuss few things about this truth so that you will understand the greatness of Mahavira's words. See, one beautiful thing is Mahavira has lived Kshatriya life, the life of a king. To tell you honestly, if somebody has renounced the life of a king, he has seen the truth in reality. Please understand, an ordinary beggar becoming a Swami or renouncing the world, he has nothing to renounce. He has nothing to renounce. You can't even say he has renounced the world or he has achieved something. No. A king renouncing, that is the greatness. King achieving. One more thing, when a king achieves enlightenment, even his expression will be very sharp and to the core, to the point. He will speak to the point because basically he is brought up without fear. King is a guy who only creates fear in others. He doesn't have fear. He doesn't bother. He is not going to use the socially polite words. But a guy who was poor or a beggar or a person who lived in forest, even he becomes enlightened, he will not talk the truth completely. He has to use the socially polite words. He can't tell the truth which goes against the vested interests of society or king. But when a king becomes enlightened, he doesn't bother. He says the truth in the best way. He presents the truth as it is. Here, the best expression is happening because Mahavira was king. See, one more thing, when you live a life with wealth and richness, you know all the secrets of human mind. Understand? Wealth gathers around you only when you know the secrets of human mind. How to handle human beings who are coming in front of you. Only a person who knows the basic secrets of human mind will acquire wealth, will become a leader. Only he can be a leader. Here Mahavira lived the life of a leader and expressing the truth of enlightenment. Very rare combination. very rare combination. There are many different expressions by different masters. One, the person who was a beggar or who has never seen the world, just lived a life in forest and did meditation, became enlightened. His enlightenment will be the same, but his expression will not be sharp because his constitution or his mind, his inner software is not created based on fearlessness. One more thing, even after enlightenment, when you settle into the body, when you want to teach, you use the same mental setup which you left. You may not have the greed and fear which that mental setup was having earlier, before its enlightenment, but the setup will be the same. The software programming will be the same. Understand? This is an important revelation which you need to understand. Only then you will be able to appreciate the greatness of Mahavira's expression. If a beggar becomes enlightened, he may not have the fear or greed which he had before enlightenment, but the mental setup of living without possessing anything, or the mental setup of living by begging will be the same. So he has to use that mental setup only to teach, to relate with the world. Understand, the mental setup which you created after enlightenment also, you use the same mental setup. Only one difference, after enlightenment, if you want you can use, otherwise you can drop. You may have that freedom, but the mental setup, the software itself will be same. Here, Mahavira is having the best software to express enlightenment. The fearless leader software, through which he can see the depth and express it. The one thing what I expressed, that people who did not have anything, renounced the life, became enlightened. There are so many millions of examples I can give for this. Second, people who became enlightened but did not renounce after enlightenment. Example, Krishna, Janaka, all these great masters, they lived as kings, became enlightened, but they continued to live as kings. This is a second kind of a mental setup. One more thing, in this the difficulty is, they will express the truth with a clear software, with more clarity, better than the first group. Better than the first group, example is all rishis who lived in forest and became enlightened. They have never seen the world. So that is the first group. The second group, who lived as kings, became enlightened, but again continued to be as kings. Here the big problem is, their teachings is interpreted, experienced, understood by the people who have vested interests. Understand? When you are talking to your ministers, even if they don't understand, they have to listen. But Mahavir has no captive audience. Mahavir is not talking to captive audience. When Krishna is speaking to his ministers, when he is teaching to Arjuna, practically they are captive audience. Even if Arjuna doesn't want, he can't escape from Krishna. He has to listen because he is receiving some service from Krishna. When your boss makes some joke, you have to laugh. You can't do anything about it. You have to. Same way, when Janak is teaching, his whole court has to listen. They are captive audience. So, the person who is listening, whether he agrees or not, he has to listen. So, complete truth expression is not possible. It's not possible. I don't sit with my ashramites and take these spiritual classes, I give them only the instructions what to do. They ask me, what is this, Swamiji? You are not sitting and talking to us like this Shiva Sutras or Jain Sutras and all these sutras. I tell them, Arey, you guys are captive audiences. Whatever I talk, you have to listen, no other way. That way, truth can never be expressed. Truth cannot be expressed to a person who is bound to listen. Truth can be expressed only to a person who has got the freedom to doubt and question. Who has got the freedom to doubt. See, you have a freedom, you can doubt me. And you have a freedom, you can put a question. You have a freedom to go out. Only to you, truth can be delivered. Truth can be delivered in its purest form only to a person who is not receiving anything else from a master. If you receive something else from me, apart from truth, you may be sitting here for that. You can't receive the truth. You are not qualified to receive the truth. Here, the whole thing, if you see, has come in a beautiful way. Mahavira is the ultimate category. Was king who became enlightened and renounced the kingdom. He is teaching sitting on the platform of Satya. Only one thing is holding him, Satya. He doesn't have the title. He doesn't have any other title like a king. No. He is heard by the people just because he is enlightened.